It's time for a second date update. Generally, these work out. These generally do. I think we help. We generally help.
I enjoy them.
Sometimes they're a bust, but let's see how this goes. I'm a bit confused. Have you ever met anybody on the beach when you were single?
I'd have to think back.
I don't think I have, but it is kind of cool because you can check them out.
Totally.
You can check out the whole package.
Yep.
Jeremy, the beachgoer in Thousand Oaks this morning for a second date update. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Actually, I'm great. Thank you for asking. Okay, I'm trying to understand something. We're going to put her on the line. So you tell me how you met this woman a year ago at the beach that's now blowing you off.
I was at the beach with friends, and she ended up being at the beach with friends. And it turns out that I knew one of her good friends. Like, she was a friend of mine. Her name was Trisha. And so we hung out all day, and I was like, wow, this girl Cindy is really cute. She's, just my type. I want to get to know her. And so I didn't do anything at the beach, but afterwards I got in touch with Trisha, and I was like, can you please get me her number? And Trisha's like kind of holding me off, being like, oh, I have to ask her. All right, fine. So she goes and asks her, and I just to get a bunch of excuses like, oh no, she's really busy. She doesn't want to date. She's dating somebody else. And it's just like, finally, like 3 weeks ago, I asked again, and she finally gave me her number. I was like, wow. Okay, so we scheduled a little walk. She was really, really fun. We even went out back to my place, and we made out a little bit, and I was like, oh, damn, that's okay. So we made another date, and the day of the date, we hadn't set a time, and I was like, oh, can I pick up at 6? And she's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't.
Jeremy, sorry, I just didn't understand something. Is this a year ago you met this one, and now you're asking her on a second date? I don't understand the timeline.
Okay, so last year I met her, right? And I just kept.
And when did you go out?
We went out like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Okay, you met her last. You finally got to go out. Everything went fine. You kissed her. Now, what has happened since you kissed?
So since we kissed, we planned another date. And on the day of that date that we were supposed to go out, she just ditched me. She was like, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you want us to call her and find out why. Her name is Cindy, and we're happy to do it. It didn't sound like, based on what you just told me, it didn't sound like she was so interested in pursuing anything or doing anything at all. So I'm not so surprised that she went out and decided not to go out again.
But he said that they made out, and she went back to his place.
She just courtesy make out.
Oh my God.
That's true.
Right,
he's not wrong.
Yeah. All right, hold on, Jimmy. Your name is Cindy. We're going to get her on the phone here and see if we can find out. Okay, did you follow? You got that? Basically, it took a long time to get her to go out. She went out, and then they made out. But yeah, Tanya, you've courtesy kissed people, right?
Yes.
Definitely courtesy kissed.
Totally. And it actually makes me upset that I did that.
Say no.
I know. But sometimes it's just easier just to do it.
No, I literally, I think I put my face in or my hand in someone's face. It's like, not happening.
I'm afraid to make, the first move in a new situation for fear of rejection. So I just kiss the cheek and keep kissing the cheek. As a matter of fact, I could go on and on.
Yeah. Wait, so awkward. Keep kissing the cheek.
I'm not a great dater. I'm not.
So shocking.
I would love to be a fly on the wall on the first date for you.
You're not coming on any dates with me.
I could.
This is Jeremy. Let's get back to Jeremy and Cindy here. Kiss FM, hang on. And Cindy is on the phone. There's a second date update. We're in the middle of it. Jeremy, he met Cindy. A long story. I can't even repeat it. It's so long. But anyway, he got her to go out a year later. They went out. They made out, and she's blowing him off. And that's really what a second date update is all about. And he wants to find out why.
But she was kind of blowing him off from the very beginning by not wanting to give him her number.
Second date update time, where we try to help someone find out why they're being blown off. I would never call and do this. I would never. I would never want to know really why. Just move on. If they're not getting back to you.
Yeah.
There's not a vibe, or they don't like you, but to find out. I mean, I'm glad people do want to find out because it gives us a second.
I know what you mean, but I'm the type of person I'm like, their loss.
Yeah, me too. Well,
I know, but what if it's your gain because you then glean some sort of information about yourself that you didn't realize you were doing?
Don't want to know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy, however, does. And so he goes out, he meets, it's a long story, but a year ago, friend number, Cindy is her name. Finally, they go out recently. They went, you said that you went on a walking date?
Yeah, we took a walk together.
Did you have a destination?
We were just walking over, like, it was just a stroll, like, by the beach, like on a boardwalk.
Okay, so then, and after you took her to your apartment or your home?
Yes.
Was there music playing?
Yeah.
And you kissed her, and then everything went fine, right?
Yeah.
And now she won't go out, and now she won't respond to any of your texts.
She will not respond to any of my texts.
Okay. So, Jeremy, we have her. She's agreed to come on. You just need to be very quiet so we can find out what happened, okay? Here we go.
I'll mute.
Okay. Yeah, me, exactly. Okay. Thank you. Here we go. Guys, Cindy.
Yeah.
Hi, Cindy. Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Thank you for agreeing to come on with us. You're on the radio. I have Sissany and Tanya with me. How are you?
Hey.
Good, how are you?
We're doing great. Thank you. So, pardon our intrusion, but we're calling you about a guy named Jeremy that you recently went out with. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about Jeremy. Do you like him?
He was great.
So you went out with Jeremy, and he was great. And are you interested in him? What'd you like about him? I mean, tell me like I'm your girlfriend. Like, tell me about it. Like, we've been best friends, and I want to know all about this guy.
I mean, honestly, I had a great time with him, and, you know, we had some intimate exchange, but I honestly think he's a little too hot for me.
Too hot? Like
This is interesting.
Like the
He's too good looking.
Yeah,
Wait,
like-
he's too good looking, or it was too?
I thought the makeout session was too steamy and like too advanced.
No, he's just like a little intimidatingly hot, you know?
And so that's okay. I'm just gonna admit we know a little bit about this,
Isn't
obviously.
that a good thing?
And that's why you have not responded to him, right? He's tried to go out with you, and you blow him off.
Yeah, also, I mean, it's kind of weird that when he first tried to ask me out, it was through his friend, and now it's through you, so it's like not a lot of direct contact.
I mean, I'm just shocked because if like any of us were to be with someone hot and out of our league, we'd kind of be psyched.
Yeah, but that means like maybe if he's so hot, then and he's like putting in minimal effort because he never had to put in so much effort, and that's not a good
went on
thing.
one date.
Usually, hot guys cheat. They're used to getting a lot of attention, so they're high maintenance. They break hearts. They're
That's
bad in
very
bed.
I'm so happy to
generalized.
not be hot. This makes the unhotness so thrilling right now.
my
Not
God,
all hot
it's
guys
so
cheat.
good.
Jeremy
I
is
mean,
on.
they usually don't have a personality, you know? Like, I
But
usually go for, like, the medium ugly guy with...
Yes, medium ugly is good.
Medium ugly because you don't have to worry as much. Was he a good kisser? Like,
Actually, yeah.
So what's the
he's
problem?
hot and he's a
He
good
is.
kisser.
Of course, he's a good kisser because he's so hot.
Yeah.
You've never met him, Tanya.
You feel a certain way when you're with him, Cindy. Like you're not as hot as him, or like he's out of
Did
your
you feel
league.
insecure?
I mean, like, I'm like a 7 on my best day, and he's like a 10, you know? So I just don't want people to, like, think, like, how did she get him, you know?
Don't worry about other people. If he's hot, the kiss was good, and you're feeling him. Like, what's the problem here?
Jeremy's on the phone listening to all of this right now, Cindy. I have to tell you. Jeremy,
Oh,
how's
my
your
God.
head? Is your head blown up now, Jeremy? Is your ego flying right now?
He's chilling.
You're too hot for her to respond to.
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah. I would say thanks. Yeah.
I just don't. I'm just still confused. Like, you had fun, right, Cindy? Like, I made you laugh.
Yeah.
Jeremy, can I just interpret this?
Yeah, please.
By the way, how do you kiss, Jeremy? Can you tell me about how you kiss?
Ay, ay,
Well, I just want to know. He said he's good. Can you tell me how you kiss, your style?
Yeah, I go with the moment. So, I meet the person where they're at, and
Are you slow?
It's a dance. I'm slow. I change it up,
Yeah. Do you put your hand on her cheek?
I'm sorry?
Don't apologize. Do you put your hand on her cheek?
Not all the time, but that's a move. Sure.
Right behind the neck.
I need this.
What he's saying is
Jimmy,
no, he doesn't use his hands.
Jimmy, are you available later today to grab a coffee? I'd like to see you. I'm fascinated by this guy.
No,
he's too hot.
Look
for
at him
someone to
up
go
on
out with.
Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have to look you up.
So here's what she's saying. She doesn't trust you. She thinks that her explanation was that if you are a certain aesthetic, then you are more likely to be a player, and she doesn't want to deal with it. She's not in the headspace for it, so she figured, edit. That's it.
Yeah, generalization, fine, but why would I pursue you for a year, Cindy?
This is so weird. This is just weird.
Have you ever cheated on anybody, Jeremy?
Yeah, but that was like 10 years ago.
All right, Jeremy, listen.
Yeah.
Cindy, do you want to say anything to him before we let him go?
I don't know. I guess, text me and I can think about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, I'm not a player. I'm not high maintenance, and I really want to hang out with you again.
I like him.
Please get us some photos of you guys. I want to see this thing in action. All right. And good luck. Cindy, thanks for coming on with us, honestly. And Jeremy, go for it. Good luck. All right. Bye.
Go for it.
It's just so
Thank
weird
you.
Go
that
get
after
him.
one date, you're not going to at least have a little fun, right? Plus, this guy, I have a mental picture of him. He's got dark hair.
Oh,
He's got
really?
a great smile. He's got thick lips. He's got
I think
nice
he has
lips.
light eyes.
I think he wears a V-neck T-shirt, too.
Yeah, he's big feet, too.
Oh, I like him.